Yeah, peace, everybody. Welcome to episode 378 of the Konfidence and Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson on the Konfidence and Klutch Network. Click that bell for notifications, new content when I drop. For those of you watching on YouTube, everybody else, click whatever notification and whatever podcast app you listen to me on, man. New media, energy up, health is wealth, mentally, physically, socially, economically, financially, spiritually, all that. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones, man. Even them tough conversations you got to have, man. They all make sense. We already know starting from the top, the tippy. Let's roll. NBA week. Hey, yo. Reportedly, Bronny is moving up draft boards and shit, right? For some teams that are interested in luring LeBron James to the team, his daddy. Now, I don't like that part of the aspect. Like, that's dirty to me because they're using Bronny as a pawn, possibly to land LeBron, and you can't do that. That's BS. That's BS. Now, if that's something Bronny and Brown want and say, hey, man, let's do it this way, that way it don't look too bad and I can use you as a scapegoat, I don't think LeBron James would use his child as a scapegoat to get out of L.A. First off, I don't think LeBron wants to leave L.A., but if he had to leave just to do one thing to make history, I don't think he'll, like, I'm going to go play for a year, then I'm coming back and all that. I don't think he'll do that, but I don't know what he would do because one thing I know is that I can't control what people do say or think, so I definitely can't make no assumptions and guessing about when it comes to those type of moves. Now, when we talk about other things, yeah, but this one, nah. The thing that makes it some BS is that Brown created the whole I wanted to play with my son type of joint, so however haphazardly as it may have been, now it creates a problem for Bronny, who says he wants to be his own man. So now it's easy for Brian to be like, yo, I'm chilling, let you know what I'm saying, let my son do his thing and all that. But at the same time, you hyped it up that he can play in the league, he could play better than some people on your team and all this, and he's definitely an NBA prospect and all that. Then they do all these other things at the draft combine and do all these things for a cat his size, what he should be able to do, and they like, no, he ain't even there yet. So yeah, that's created a problem because if Brian never would have said he wanted to play with his son, and like playing with your son is fine, but the whole he could play in the league and he better than cats, and cats want to see that, that is what it is. Possibly now, if hindsight was 2020, they would let Bronny talk in high school, Bronny talk at USC, and we ain't forgot about last summer at USC with the heart condition, right? So it's like, yo, man. Now, of course, there are mad pluses to being LeBron James' son, right? However, I don't see Bronny using that as a crutch for him to get drafted, you feel me? Favorably. Bronny want to go in, go his workout, somebody draft him, but I don't want teams to draft him to lure LeBron, but it's business. And LeBron James Jr., Bronny, is a grown man, and that's what that family going to have to understand, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. Wembanyama, about that drama, put it out. Wembanyama is the first player in league history to make the all-defensive first team as a rookie. Shout out to that. And boy, the way Rudy Gobert is playing, it sure makes you think maybe possibly Wemby was defensive player of the year. You know what I'm saying? Rudy be looking like a deer on ice. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, he can't do nothing on the wing with nobody. And Rudy to be taller than cats, and he be trying to jump in the air to jump shots. Rudy, your wingspan, fam, just hold that arm up. Wall it on them cats out there. Just get big so you can do this, Rudy. Like, man, Rudy, come on with it, man. Huh? All right, these NBA all teams were announced last week. First team, we got Luka, Giannis, Jokic, Tatum, Shea. Second team, we got Brunson, AD, KD, Ant-Man, and Kawhi. Third, we got Book, Steph, Halliburton, Bryant, and Sabonis, right? Now, the biggest thing people want to say, we're going to reward winning, right? We're going to reward the best player on the best teams and all that shit. So we got Jason Tatum first team, all NBA. No Jaylen Brown is the problem for people. But here we go. We say no Jaylen Brown. I believe Jaylen Brown is one of the top 15 players in the league. But who would I take off? I'm not taking nobody off the first team for him. I'm not taking nobody off the second team for him. So we look at that third team. We got Booker. We got Steph. We got Halliburton, we got Brown, we got Sabonis. We got 2 cats that went out in the first round in the NBA playoffs. We got a cat that made it to Eastern Conference Finals, and we got 2 cats that didn't make the playoffs, right? So, Sabonis had a hell of a year. Brown ain't coming off that team. Halliburton, because he slipped, right? So that's the one, right? We say Halliburton. Because pre-IST, in-season tournament, he was balling out of control. He went out, he brought himself back, so I think they respected that, knowing he had a clause, because he could make that extra $40 million if he made the team. And Jaylen Brown was paid already. So I think the voters put Jaylen Brown, because he got so much paper, to the side and put Halliburton in. You know what I mean? But Halliburton needed meal, so he did meal. So I can't sit there and be like, yo, I want to see the voting for. I can't sit there and be like, yo, we taking away from Halliburton. Like that wouldn't be the Wisconsin in me though. But if let me look at this picture. If it's warranted, it's warranted, yo. I just want to see where Jaylen Brown. This make me want to produce some music. That's bumping, fam. Yo. It's paused out for me for a minute, y'all. We rolling on. Team voting record. Jaylen Brown, he got 53rd place votes, where Halliburton got 70, got 69 third place votes. Yeah, he got 69. So, man, why am I squinting my eyes? Why don't you just do what I'm saying? I'm squinting my eyes looking at it, y'all. Let me see what it say, B. I got to move. Halliburton got 69, shit. Sabonis got 51. Devin Booker got 49. So, yeah, I guess they saying, yeah, maybe Halliburton wasn't one to come off it if it was what it was. Maybe. But Book got second place votes, though. Yeah, that's Book, I guess. Me personally, I ain't taking Halliburton off the team for... No, I'm not taking Booker off the team for Jaylen Brown. I'll take Halliburton off the team for Book. Y'all feel me? Some shit like that, man. Anyway, it don't matter. But yeah, I believe Jaylen Brown should have made it. All right, y'all. All right, we're going to take this moment right here in this NBA news to send the heartfelt condolences out to Bill Walton, who passed away yesterday at the tender age of 71. We heard about Bill Walton and we heard about Bill Walton and everything. And the word is, if he didn't have the injuries, he would be ranked amongst the best big man in the NBA history. He's a Hall of Famer, 2-time champion, 2-time NCAA champion, 3-time Naismith Award winner. He was entertaining. He was thought-provoking. He do little stuff. He's a Grateful Dead fan, a deadhead. A true gem when you listen to him, some of the greatest calls in NBA games. I know he said some controversial things about people and pissed some people off at the same time because he had his people who he liked and he didn't like. But he was one of them rarities that, from watching basketball for all these years, you appreciate, man. So I want to say thoughts and prayers and condolences to his family and the NBA family, man. We're going to take this moment of silence right fast, y'all. Rising power. You tell your children you're recording and they got a key and they ring the doorbell, right? Your children got keys, y'all. Hey, man, they got keys. Both of them got keys. That's the crazy thing. So I don't know why they didn't come through the door. So we all good, though. Real time, y'all. We done with that. So, all right, y'all. Let's get into this Western Conference semifinals, man. It's just weird to me. They got keys, y'all. Make it make sense. All right, let's go through the Western Conference Finals. We ready? All right, so Here's what I want to say. The Mavericks looks like a championship team. Now, I'm going to start this. Now, for the Western Conference semifinals, I did have the T-Wolves in 6. That's who I picked, right? Game 1, the Mavs win 108-105. When I look at my reaction to the game, I was like, the Wolves falling in love with the 3 too much, right? And they had a chance to win that game, but Luka had 33, 6, and 8. Kyrie had 35 and 4. PJ had 13 and 7. McDaniels had 24 and 4 rebounds. Ant-Man had 19, 11 and 8, and Kai had 67 and 2. Kai and Luka had a combined 63 points in that game, and the rest team had 45. Luka had 15 points in the fourth quarter. Dallas is the new Lob City. Throw that, throw it up. Now, Ant did not have a good game, and Cat and Rudy cannot have 7 rebounds apiece. They got to have double figures. They got to average double figures. And I'm talking about in the teens. Dallas won that game even though they was outscored by 36 points from the 3. That's crazy. However, points in the paint, Dallas outscored Minnesota plus 24, 62-38. Now, Ant-Man said post-game, I missed some shots, and their big man was not playing high up, so he missed some shots, but he said, I'll make them next time. I'm like, Ant-Man, my nigga. Huh? Did Ant-Man bark up to a tree? The wrong tree, saying he got Kyrie at the end of game 7? Nah, B. He ain't bark up the wrong tree. He just activated Kai. Kai ain't to play with. We know that. Kai didn't take it personal either. But that just made him have to show everybody who he is. You feel me? Now, you want the best to play their best. You want the team at full strength. You don't want people out for this and that and this and that. And, hey, yo, Kyrie's shoes with the tassels and all that, the suede joints, fire. Fire. Now, game 2. Luka had 32, 10, and 13. Another Dallas win. Kai had 20, 4 for 7 from Trey Ball. Win. Trey Ball land, 7 assists. Ant-Man, listen. He jumped past, right? He jumped past and turned the ball over with 12.4 seconds left, up 2. Luka gets Rudy in the switch in the pick and roll and had Rudy looking like a deer on skates and hits the tray. 3 seconds left. Ant-Man drives and kicks to Nas, who had a great shot, but man, that's asking a lot. Kai scored 13 in the fourth quarter. The Mavs up 2 on the series. Luka had like 4 triple-doubles in the postseason so far. Jones Jr. D on Ant-Man has to be talked about because he's long, he can jump, and he's athletic. See, here's the thing. I was talking to Jay. J.I., shout out to Jay. We talk about the cats we get for the Bucks here. We'll get older 3-and-D cats. They 3-and-D, but they're not the athletic 3-and-D. See, Jones Jr. is an athletic 3-and-D, and that's what every team needs, and that's what we need on the Bucks that we don't have. We got cats that play hard, but we don't have the athletic one. And because of the athletic 3-and-D, that's making it hard on Ant-Man. We can say he tired and all that. Ant-Man a gangster, right? He's a gangster. So therefore, he ain't gonna say I'm locked up. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna say he locking me up a little bit. And we all know Cat got to play better. Yo, and after game 2, it's funny watching Inside the NBA. The crowd was yelling, Draymond sucks. And he like, what I do? I'm just here. And he said, Rudy sucks. But Draymond got to remember you in Minnesota, and you did choke Rudy out with you put on this shit. Like, oh, man, Draymond. So that's why they said you suck, B. Now, game 3, it was looking like, it was 2 out of the realm, 62-50 for Dallas, but Minnesota came back. I want to say the dunk in the third quarter by Ant-Man, y'all can't say the elevation. And if anybody ever want to know what Jordan looked like when he would dunk in the game, that's exactly in HD, 4K, 8K if you got an 8K TV, even though it ain't even broadcasting in 4K yet. It's still 1080. To come like this and float like that and punch on dog and kick like that, that's what Jordan used to do. The short corner game, right here, pulling up. The fadeaway, fade away off the glass. Come on, man. He scored 8 straight in that third quarter, looking good, 77-77, man. I'm like, oh, here we go. Now, this is what we've been talking about. The Wolves took their first lead of the game, 79-77. Then Rudy got his 4-5 with 2:31 left. And you know why he got it? Because I'm a deer on ice, and I'm trying to block shots, and I'm a deer on ice. You can't block shots when you a deer on ice. Just get big, Rudy. Especially against the smaller cats. I said that earlier in game one. You're still doing the same thing, nigga. Damn. Man. Quarter four, Dallas outscored Minnesota 29-20. Luka. Dallas going a 13-3 run to close out the game. Like, the lob to Gafford still to shit from Luka. Look, and Luka gets so deep up in here. I mean, Luka by the dotted line is throwing lobs. Right there, right below the free throw, inside the dotted circle. Throwing lobs up right there, man. Shout out to Lively. I know he's questionable for the night. Hopefully he can ball though. You know what I'm saying? Luka had 33, 7 and 5, and 5 steals. Kai had 33, 3 and 4. PJ had 16, 8 and 2. Atman had 26, 99, a better game for him. Conley had 16 and 4. Cat had 4 and Cat had 14. Cat T. Oh shit. Cat T. Cat had 14 and 9, man. He gotta play better. Man. 14 and 9. All them J's, man. Cat has to do more. He can't be 4 for 32 from the trade ball in the last 5 games. That's terrible. He's averaging 15.6 a game this series. That's terrible. 10 rebounds. That's terrible. Cat's supposed to be averaging 25 and 14. You know what I mean? Get your ass on the block, cuz. What is you doing? You have the size. You got the girth for them skinny cats in Dallas, man. What Jokic was doing to you, moving you around, shoulders, arms, elbow, all this chest, all in you. You feeling all that, right? You got to do the Lively and Gafford cat. Come on, man. Because Ant can't be the only closer. You got to close with him. Because Luka ain't the only closer. Kai closing with him. Kai can't be the only closer. Luka closing with him. Man. McDaniel showing up, and is that his role to be a fucking closer more than you, cat? No. Nas can't play the same minutes as Rudy neither, coach. He has to play more than Rudy. You know why? You know why Nas got to play more than Rudy? Because the Minnesota, they don't like to be called Timberwolves. The Minnesota Wolves have had the lead in the last 5 minutes of each game this series. They can't close. So put a closer on the floor that can stretch the floor. Create more lanes for Ant-Man and Dan McDaniels to get to the hole. Because guess what? Luka and Kyrie can close. Luka and Kyrie are averaging 60 points in this series compared to Ant-Man and Cat 37. Do the math. What you want to do. Try to come through. Was you talking crazy, nigga? I don't know who the fuck you talking to. I got it like this and I got it like that. 98 on this bitch. I was born to Mac and I. The running sentiment from announcers, right, when you listen, is that Luke and Kyrie are the most talented backcourt in history. We got Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas. We got now talented, right? Dumars and Isaiah Thomas for what they do. We got Steph and Clay for what they do. We know that's the best shooting backcourt. It's the best shooting backcourt. Can we say they're talented as well? What about Derek Fisher and Kobe? So when we say the most talented backcourts, I'm throwing them up in there. And I'm sure some old school cats, that cat's going to be like, yo, what about them? Yo, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Teams up 0-3. Teams up 3-0 are 154-0 on conference finals, y'all. Y'all know what's going down, baby. All right. Let's run to the East, y'all. I got the Celtics in 6 with Porzingis, 7 without. All right, game 1, Celtics jumped out to a 12-0 lead, and it was over with after that, right? I was always saying that Boston needs to get to the hole more and try to dump that shit in the post a little bit just to show that, because the Pacers can play that fast D, but once you get in a half-court setting, that slow-down half-court shit, they can't do it. It reminds me of my basketball team. It reminds me of our team. We just don't have the players to play the style that I want to play. So I try to still keep some of my stuff, but get them to put them in the best position and situation. The problem is they don't move their feet to box out. If they move their feet to box out, we'll be okay because we scrappy. And then we'll go over the backs. But anyway, Boston works too hard to get some baskets. It was 1:43 left in the game because Indiana took the lead with 4 minutes, 57 seconds left in the game. A minute 43, Boston down 5. Jaylen gets the ball mid-post, makes a drive to the basket, spinning away from a double team, and drives into another one, right? But all 4 Celtics stayed on the perimeter behind the three-point line. So I'm like, wow, yo, no cuts, no face cut, no backdoor cut. That's all they had to do, right, to give him somebody to pass to. But he was too much dribbling. Siakam turns over the ball because he didn't curl to it. Remember the one where it went off his hand? He got a curl to the ball. 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 feet. Let me see your hands. He didn't curl to it. Then Jaylen Brown hit that tough-ass corner tray. Where they talking about Siakam was supposed to contest. Pascal didn't contest. Hard did not want to give a foul on the 3, but he should have fouled him on the 3. It's just, he might have thought it was too late. That's a bad shot. Because I think they said Jaylen Brown shooting like 22% on corner trades, but he like a 70% free throw shooter. And they're like, dog, Pascal know he is 70% free throw shooter, but didn't know he's 22% from the corner. So I get it. He made the right call. Jaylen Brown ain't making that shot. You know what I'm saying? He making that shot 2 out of 10 in that situation. Halliburton got the rock and didn't want to shoot the bitch. Like, he has to work on this off the dribble shit because he ain't got that. He can get the transition and all that shit. He can hit the trade, whatever. He worked on that shit. But he got to get the off the dribble, getting to the rack. That's what he got to get next, man. So we get to OT. Drew locked up Halliburton, who turned it over, and Tatum goes and hits the 3 to go up 4 with 42.8 left. Tatum had 10 in OT, so that's what it is. Indiana shot too many trays. Boston doesn't have a rim protector, so Indiana needs to get to the hole more. That's what I was thinking in game 2. Turnovers 21-14, kill Indy, cut those in half, and they win that game. Boston got the W, and that's all that counts, regardless of how they got it. Indiana has a rim protector, however, they need to challenge him more. Run that turn as far as Boston do. Boston needs to cut down all the threes, however, this is how they played the whole season. So then we move to game 2. Game 2, Boston win 126-110. Boston started out on a 20-0 run. Brown had 10 during that run. He had 45 and 2 that game. Tatum had 23, 6 and 5 that game. White had 23, 4 and 6. Drew had 15, 3 and 10. Halliburton had 10, 4 and 8. Siakam had 25 and 5 rebounds, and Nembhard had 16 and 5 assists. Halliburton left that game. I think it's his right hamstring, the one that's been injured the whole season. I think he got tightness in it, and he was out. So Boston was +6 from the free throw line, +12 from 3. Balanced attack. With no Halliburton, Indiana didn't have a chance. Game 3, Boston, 114-111. Shit. Tatum had 36, 10 and 8. Jaylen had 24. Horford had 23, 7 to 12 from Trey Ball. Holiday had 14 and 9 rebounds. Nembhard had 32. McConnell had 23, 9 and 6. Turner had 22. Pascal 22. Drew, why did we give up Drew again as a Bucks fan? Huh? He had 5 points in the final 39 seconds. He's been showing this series why we got him. No, Drew ain't gonna get us 25. Me and Jay argue about this all the time. Drew ain't gonna get us 25 every game, but he can get us that 16 to 20 and play Mad D. Drew had 5 points in 39 seconds in a 13-2 run to close the game. And remember, y'all, Boston doing this shit without Porzingis. Shit, at this point in time, we ain't got to bring him back. And they didn't bring him back for the series because the finals don't start until June 6th, right? And the Celtics was down 18 twice in that game in the second and third. They have resiliency. In game 4 last night, it was 58-57 at the half. Everything was going fine for the Pacers. Nembhard had 16 and 5 assists. Pascal had 13 and 5 rebounds. Tatum had 16 and 5 before. Brown had 10, 3 and 1. Right? The Pacers was shooting 6 of 15 from trades. Celtics 8 of 20. Both teams shooting 40%. So it was okay. The Pacers was rolling because they outscored them in bench points 18 to 8. But it didn't work. Quarter 4 we get here, right? 100-98, 3 minutes and 54 seconds left. How in the fuck did Drew back down, topping and get an and one like he was little, right? And then why leave White for a corner tray when we got Jaylen dribbling to the hole? We know he can get to the basket, but man, he was pack-a-tack that motherfucker, man. Like pack-a-tack trying to get through. Then y'all get caught in all types of picks and switching roles. TJ McConnell, that was your man somehow, some way that you left White in the corner. C's go up 3. And that mistake cost him the damn game. Nembhard didn't have to take that trade with 32 seconds left either. He didn't have to. Get to the hole and play the long game foul, and that's all he had to do. Drew rebounded it, and then Tatum's three, and that was it. Shock him. Pacers ain't scoring no points in the final 3 minutes, 33 seconds of the game. So if we ain't scored, we know we ain't seen the ball. You take the trade. We didn't need a trade. They was only up trade. Boston was only up 3. Why we take that trade? It was good. If I'm not mistaken, Boston was up trade. Yeah, they was up 3. Get to the hole. We ain't scored. Get to the hole, fam. The Pacers held leads and were tied in 3 games in this series, right? Game 4. Brown had 29 and 6. Tatum had 26, 13 and 8. Nembhard had 24, 6 and 10. Pascal had 19 and 10 rebounds. So the Pacers held leads or were tied in 3 games in the series. The Pacers need a closer, right? Tatum had 71 ball screens set for him and 46 for he set himself in the series. The Celtics prey on mismatches for either drives or step back three with all that picking they do. They live by the 3 or they die by it. And that's how they been playing. But they will go to the hole, and that's the thing. Jaylen Brown, Larry Bird, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, he deserved it. Now, what's next for the Celtics? Their second finals appearance in 3 years. They're on a 7-game winning streak in the playoffs. They're 12-2 in the playoffs, and they got 9 days off. Shit. Now, that rest or rush shit is going to be for real. But Porzingis, he should be healthy after missing 10 straight games with a calf strain. Because they say he was going to come back around game 4 of this series. They didn't need him, though. They're going to need him against Dallas, though. Next for the Pacers, they made the Eastern Conference Finals this year. I don't think nobody had them in the beginning of the year. People thought they possibly can make it there, and they did some good things. They was in 3 out of the 4 games against the Celtics. At the end with either a tie or lead. You can't ask for more than that. They didn't have Halliburton for the last game and a half with a hamstring injury. No, last 2.5 games. Siakam is an unrestricted free agent. We traded out Bruce Brown and other things to get him. Hopefully he likes Indiana to sign there. We need Pascal in Milwaukee, man. Obi Toppin, he's an unrestricted free agent. He played way better in Indiana than he did in New York. Was he not getting the shine out there in New York to play? Ben Mathurin is there. He would be a great addition to what they do following this season in the shoulder surgery. So I think they need to they got to resign Siakam and find another 3-point shooter, y'all. Know in the comments, man. Yeah. That part. Man, this beat right here. All right. Let's come jump to some WNBA news, man. The Fever did pick up their first game win of the season, like, you know what I mean? Because everybody's worried about it. But one thing I was noticing is why they were losing those games, those 5 games they was losing. Like last week, like when they lost to Connecticut, they're getting better as a team. Like, Aaliyah Boston missed that layup. That ain't why they lost the game. But it's kind of seemed like she shied away from that contact of that game, and it's cool, man. But at 0-4, they're going to remember this struggle and when they were 0-4 or 0-5 and people was talking crazy and being a little malicious with some of the things that possibly was happening. They were getting taken that way. And they're going to remember this, and it's going to force the team and Caitlyn Clark to play at a higher level. That's it. That's it. Like, if I was running the Indiana Pacers right now, the GM or the coach, I'm talking... If I'm GM talking to the coaching staff, whatever. We heavy pick and roll with Boston and Clark right now. See what the fuck we got. Heavy pick and roll, though. Like, y'all get to the corner, we heavy pick and roll, right? Because Caitlyn be hitting that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it's going to be a heavy inside-outside game with Boston because she can pass that shit. And that will open up Clark for those kickouts because you can't leave her. Kind of like a triangle type of shit. We're going to overload the side of the floor. Y'all got to figure it out. We're going to put a shooter in down the corner. We're going to put Caitlyn out here. And, man, we can back screen her. Man, listen, for real. That's what I would do. And then Clark got to get stronger as well, too. Then you know what it is, man. So, this all the rage Clark, like, right? You can get mad at the media attention somebody else is getting it, but they're getting it for a reason. And we can say it's because she's pretty and white, because I seen something... I forgot, somebody on The View or The Talk or somebody said she has pretty privilege and white privilege, and that's what's going on with her. And I'm like, yo, y'all can't say that. Get the fuck out of here, yo. She can hoop. Like she can hoop. Like, she just ain't the average player and got the machine behind her. Like, that's bullshit. But see, this is why the W can't get to where they get to, because you got women in the media putting this shit out, right? You can't have views from women like this in the media. Becky Hammond and Adrian Wilson said, it's okay, guys. Y'all, we know she's here. We love that she's here, but we ain't got to talk about her every day. You ain't got to ask us about her every day. Like Adrian said, she's a rookie, fam. Y'all expect her to just come in and kick these grown-ass professional women ass? It's a different game. She has to get accustomed to this game, and she's going to be fine. We all, like, yo. So it was the female media talking shit about the other females. Then you got the male media. Oh, what about her? What about her? You got Barkley, you know, talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm glad in that conversation with Asia and Becky, find it on Twitter from last week. Becky said, and fuck all the black and white shit as well, too. That shit is not there. This ain't no black against white people hating that the white girl getting more love and all that shit. No, man, this shit come in waves and cycles, man. If they got bad white girls coming, boom, 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 number one, it is what it is. They got bad black girls coming, boom, 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 is number. It is what it is. The problem people got to understand is right now, these women that got drafted is bringing so much of their college people with them because they want to see what they're going to do at the next level. And that's a welcome addition because now they can see what they're going to do at the next level. And then they see all the cold-ass girls in WNBA. It's a win-win. I don't understand. It's stupid as hell. And I hate it for those women, man, because that's the hard shit that people ain't talking about. We've been here. Bring her in, yes, but this ain't all about her. But with all the notoriety she's bringing, man, it's best for us. So people just got to chill the fuck out and calm down a little bit. Caitlyn going to be okay, and the rest of the league is going to be fine. Fuck the charter flights and all that shit. Okay, it happened good. Because it wasn't happening, fucking bring this shit in. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got to watch that Asia Wilson, Becky Hammond, man, on Twitter, man. All that shit up, man. I'm riding with them, man. Right? Too much Caitlyn Clark licking in the media, though. However, it's part of the game. We get it. But competition's competition. She got to play. It's supposed to be hard for her. Not easy. And we got Barkley talking about, hey, man, y'all stop hating on, all you women stop hating on Caitlyn Clark. He was talking about the View or talk people. He wasn't talking about women in WNBA, right? But see, that's what happened when you throw something out there in the context and people say, and Barkley wasn't talking about them. I'm sure you're talking about the same shit I was talking about she getting pretty privilege and white privilege. Leave her alone. Jeff T talking about they need to be letting her score and shit. Take it a little bit easy on her because she the cash cow now. Y'all got to protect that shit and make sure she get what she did. Because when she get what she get, you're gonna get what she get. And Brian said cats need to stop hating on her. Like he tried to relate it to Bronny and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you correlate Bronny and Caitlyn, but I mean, it's what it is. It is what it is, man. Now, Saturday, Alyssa Thomas. Move Angel around with the forearm like, watch the fuck out. Like, I'm too strong, right? To the throat. Now, she deserved to get the flagrant because it was above the neck and the head. That's a flagrant 2 automatically, right? But what I didn't like is she walked away. Now, Angel could have been talking crazy, could have elbowed her a couple plays down the thing. I get all that shit that we don't even see on the game, watching the game. But you got to show some remorse, like, yo, because that was dangerous. She hit the back of her head. Like, when she hit the back of her head, all that shit that happened, yo, you okay? And then you walk away. I get it, Air. That ain't in everybody's game. I get it. But that may save you a hefty fine. Right? That may save you a hefty fine down the thing. So Reese said this after the game, quote, I mean, I want them to come at me every day. I want them to come at everybody. I mean, they're not supposed to be nice to me. I hope y'all know that. They're not supposed to be nice to me or lay down because I'm Angel Reese or because I'm a rookie. Like, thank you, AT, for sending the message to me because I got backup and I kept going and kept pushing. That's about it, right? And for my YouTube people, it look like I'm throwing gang signs. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. That's about it. What? I always say that hate don't bother me. This hate bothers me though because there's other rookies in the league. And they're running at all the rookies. They're running at all the rookies. But this is a great time. We're going to remember this the 2024 WNBA season, all the shit that's going on. This can go down as one of the best seasons in history. So we had the Vegas, the Aces took a loss last week. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. It's going down. All right? You know in the comments, y'all. Hey, and we rolling. Rolling. It ain't stolen. Pistol holding, nigga, never ran my phone. Riding in the city streets with my folks, man. Doing what I do and every fucking things. From the dispensary. Get with me. Shit to me. DZ, Deezus, I kick up dust, no fuss. Motherfucker. Treat the... yeah, y'all. The NCAA will allow the Power 5 conference schools to pay athletes. Y'all been paying athletes under the table. We ain't talking about that, though, right? They settled with 3 pending antitrust lawsuits and were able to pay schools and former players $2.9 billion over 10 years. Holla back if you're black, if you're white, man. Brown or even yellow or red thing. They would go back to 2016 to pay players, right? Damn, that's a long time. So each school in the Power 5 conferences, they're all Division I schools, right? Agreed to a revenue sharing model and will set up a plan to share up to $20 million per year with student athletes. Yeah, and the fuck right? So that just lets you know, if we can say, fuck it, y'all can just throw out, we're going to give these motherfuckers $20 million. Man, y'all know how much paper y'all got. But only 9 schools. At the time when I was getting my master's in sports management, 2018 to 2019, only 9 schools ended the year in the black. And we know those are the biggest football schools. We're talking about probably Notre Dame, Alabama, and you know what I'm saying, Texas and USC, and you know what I mean? Possibly Clemson, whoever was winning that time, Florida State, Miami, whoever got them crowds like that, right? Only 9 schools in a year in the black. So that $20 million, is that coming from facilities? Is that coming from coaches? Is that coming from other staff in the college, in the athletic department? Is that coming from the travel shit, what we doing now? Is that coming from the housing for the athletes? Huh? Because if it's not, where the fuck the money coming from? Because y'all can't do this and y'all can't do that. Where's it coming from then? Will it come from budget cuts in the athletic department? Is it coming from budget cuts in the music department? What are we doing? Are we raising tuition for all students? Where the money coming from? So if we saying it's cool, but where the money coming from? Will other university staff have to suffer to pay the athletes? Now, if the NCAA didn't settle, the universities will go bankrupt. No, the NCAA will go bankrupt due to the payouts, and then it's the Wild Wild West. It already is. Power 5 said we're done. The NCAA wouldn't be able to afford them lawsuits, and then, of course, the member schools would, you know what I'm saying, trying to pay that shit out. Nah. But this is crazy, yo. So, knock, knock. 4120, knock, knock. Knock, knock. Yo. What happens with the non-Power 5 conferences? They don't get nothing? So who gonna want to go to a non-Power 5 conference if I can't get paid, but I'm playing against Power 5 schools non-conference-wise? The money is cool, because they already got NIL, but we know why they doing the money shit, though. Because NIL ain't going nowhere. They ain't finna reverse that shit. But see, the thing is, be careful, because the student athletes already try to unionize. They want to be classified as employees of the university and not student athletes. And once they do that, they can organize as a union. Now they can say, we only practicing this, we only doing this, we only doing this. But we know if you want to get better, you got to do what you got to do. But some of the shit, they ain't feel like, no, we ain't got to do all that. So if you're a university employee and you just go to school, like you right here with that line, semi-pro, professional, amateur. The percentage of payments by conferences that $2.7 billion will be split amongst 10,000 former and current athletes over 10 years. So there's nowhere you're going to tell me Alabama would get the same amount of money as Vanderbilt. You got program success. You got marketplace. You got Title IX will have to come into play. So South Carolina, the women program and everything they doing down there balling, right? Connecticut women, what they doing balling, the man balling. So Connecticut women's and men's basketball program will get more money than the football players, right? When the dust settles, this is a ploy to try to regain control of the marketplace because NIL is out of control. Because you got your school sponsor NILs, then you got some boosters over here. They're like, we got our own collective. You got former players, got their own collective. Hey, this is what we doing. This is what we got for y'all. Think about it. Only Power 5 conferences can take part of the settlement, y'all. Now that's bullshit. But that's where most of the revenue is generated from. So we got coaches leaving the profession saying, we can't do this shit. I don't like this. We got players transferring because I heard I can get a bag over there, more bag for a lucrative offer because now you can get in transfer portal one time and they ain't got to sit out. So if we can pay players and they got NIL now, did this create more problems than what they already had with the NIL or make it more equal for all students that can work and go to school? Only in the Power 5 conference. Ain't shit gonna be equal, and it ain't gonna be equal because Alabama ain't the same as Wisconsin. However, we know that when it comes down to it with Alabama and Wisconsin, it's about the football and basketball players, y'all. The revenue generators are the ones that's gonna get paid more money. So yeah, they gonna get more money than the lacrosse team. We know that. This shit ain't gonna be equal. And it's gonna be a percent. How much revenue does this sport bring to the university? And that whatever money we get, this shit gotta go to them players. Football, motherfuckers like 120, you know what I'm saying? Basketball like 15. You know what I mean? Woo. That is something I didn't think I would ever see, but it's here. All right, y'all. No, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in this week. As always, we keep the conversation going. Let me know. And always keep your confidence together. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Support your own. Listen to and follow the network on various platforms. ConfidenceInTheClutch.podbean.com and wherever you listen to your podcast. Subscribe on YouTube, man. Click that bell for notification. New content where I drop. Search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on X and Instagram at KITK. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Weekly, Donald Nelson, D Nell, Dizzle, DZ, Deezus, Deezos, Don P, Don D, Little D, Don Rilla Digger, host the Confidence in the Clutch podcast with Donald Nelson, a Confidence in the Clutch podcast about sports, entertainment, music, culture, religion, politics, and society. Have a safe and healthy night if you listen to the daytime. Credit great day on purpose, y'all. You already know what it is. I had an unboxing yesterday. This is an Oral Watch. Shout out to Gilbert Arenas and them, man. It looked fly, don't it? Shannon thought it was AP. Oh, he thought it was a Rashad Millay when he saw it on Gilbert wrist, man. You already know, man, because you got to protect. You already know, man. You know what we do, man. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones, man. Until next week, man. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.